Bucky's Basement. Bucky's Basement.
Welcome to this week's episode of Bucky's Basement. I'm Bucky, and as always in the basement with me today, I have old boy.
You're rootin' tootin'.
And Juicebox.
And go to camera 4. Okay, 4. Okay, take camera 3, Juicebox. Man, fuck Donald Trump. Take camera 1, camera 1.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm training a new producer, so I have to keep them on their toes of like, you know, when we say weird shit, they got to be able to switch to the new camera.
That's right.
Fair enough. So I was going to open this episode with a little one of these, and then, you know, this, whatever the fuck was going on, you know, with the you, me, turn the butter, and then give us an A-frame. I never understood any of that, but we are here to review.
I think it was sign language, right?
Oh, what's it? The 2009
American Sign Language
blockbuster disaster movie, Knowing. I've been excited for this because we've gone through, you know, the last movie we reviewed was Bangkok Dangerous. It had a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well deserved.
Sure, well deserved, but we need to up these numbers because we've come, you know, in this experiment of reviewing Nic Cage movies, we've seen ups and downs, and they've been down lately, and we're coming into this movie called Knowing, which I knew nothing about.
You came into this knowing nothing. I like, full disclosure, I had seen this movie before because, like, I went down a kick, like, I mean, years ago. Not a Nic Cage kick, but like
why didn't we know this?
No. Like just like a
disaster movie
movie kick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years ago or something like that. I was just like,
Armageddon.
yeah, I mean, I just wanted to watch every fucking weird disaster movie and like
Day After
that I hadn't
Tomorrow.
seen. I mean, I'd seen those, so I didn't want to see that. But I hadn't seen this, and then like
You're going for the
what's
obscure like Thai, like typhoon whatever movies and stuff like that.
This movie is one of the movies I watched, and then the movie that has Kirsten Dunst. It's like the Melancholia. Like that was
yeah.
Shit, I thought you were talking about Civil War.
Oh no. I mean.
Yeah.
Also, Kirsten Dunst. Kind of weird movie.
Yeah, kind of, but not really. But no, like she was in what was it called?
Melancholia.
God, why can't I not remember that?
I've not seen that, but I've heard good things about that movie.
I mean, it's just like a weird, depressing movie, but you know, it's like about like people coming to grips with like shit is getting ready to fucking end. You know, it's like how people deal with it, basically. But I don't know.
So I have dreams, and I've had them since high school, of like my nightmares, I guess what you would call it or what you would describe it, are disasters. And maybe because I was really big into disaster movies when I was a kid, and this is how I think a lot of us were introduced to disaster things. On ABC on Sunday night, they would always air a movie where like the side of a plane would just like a hole would suck out of a plane, and then like they're trying to land the plane. Like,
Air Force One?
I'm like,
on
no,
ABC?
yeah, like
every week,
network television.
Passenger
It was like
57.
Yeah, it was like Rescue Flight 32, and the like door.
So
would
you're not
fly
even
out
saying
of
a
the plane.
movie. It's like you're watching like Rescue 911.
No, it's like
and
a
every
TV
week
movie. It's a movie made for TV. They used to make miniseries back in the day in the early 90s. They would make these made for TV movies, and there was a big disaster period, right? So I think ever since then, my nightmares are I'm driving down a road and I look over to my right and like an atom bomb is falling from the sky, and as soon as it hits the ground and I know everything is done in the world, I wake up, right?
Okay.
Or there was one
First
specifically.
off, you wouldn't probably see the atom bomb falling, and also it doesn't hit the ground. But
Well,
anyway.
a bomb, a big.
I'm fucking with you.
fucking bomb. Another one. Me and my stepmom are on vacation in Florida,
Let's
and we're
unpack this.
This is like a
and we're staying in a
This is like
concert.
classic
And we're
Stop.
staying in the same room.
and we're staying in a condo, and I look out the window from like literally I can describe the shades. I look out the window and there's like a tornado or a storm coming straight for this glass. And as soon as it gets to the glass, I wake up. Damn. So I know I'm going to die. I know what I'm mentally going through before I'm going to die.
Right.
And then I
Pure
wake
terror.
up. So I'm prepared for the end of the movie knowing.
Question: do
Yep.
the shades match the carpet?
No. We're in the condo.
So-
Everything is like Florida.
high five.
So
So, but you're not prepared. You're just saying you just seize up and it's over, right? It's like
no,
boom.
as soon as it's there,
Right.
He's
It's go-
prepared
I
for the
wake up.
For the
feelings,
end.
basically,
Yeah, okay.
like the feelings that he's feeling in the dream. Like
I've been in dreams where I've been like crumbled by a building. I've been in dreams like where I see a tornado, or I know like I've been in dreams where fucking like spaceships are hovering above the ocean, and I'm on the beach, and like it's storming and lightning, and like they're about to like destroy Earth.
Are you smoking Ben Affleck?
I was gonna say, are you taking that? What's the like when people were taking the medication to stop smoking or whatever, and made them have like insane dreams?
That's when you put the patch on and you leave it on
Yeah.
overnight. I've done that before when I was trying to quit smoking. You have the most insane dreams if you
So is
leave
that
that
what it
patch
is?
on.
Man, I tried when I quit smoking or tried to quit smoking once. I did that like pumped about the nightmares, and I never had them in that context.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry for you.
Me too.
Anyway, we are here today to review the
I totally forgot what we were talking about.
2009 movie Knowing. It is currently sitting at a whopping 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is up from last time we did this episode where we got a 9%. We're at a 6.2 on IMDb.
Which is, I mean, I
It's
don't know. I guess it's about average for Cage movies. Like
Yeah.
I think I said it on the last one. Maybe it was like we're just hovering in this 5.5 to like 7
Max?
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
7 max.
But
like,
who's
area.
rating this? I mean, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, it's like people
you
that.
have critics, have people that are watching the movies.
Well, on IMDb, it's like all user, right? Like,
Right.
So yeah, who knows?
Okay. This movie is directed by Alex Proyas, which is surprising because when you go down the rabbit hole on this director, he is famed for The Crow, which is huge, I think, in all of our childhoods.
Yes.
Yeah, because of what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
I mean,
not because it's a good movie.
it's not a good movie.
And they
Okay.
remade it.
It was-
And it's like, did you guys miss the reason like this movie was kind of like popular, like a cult thing? Like
Yeah,
It was memorable.
Bill Skarsgård, or Bill Skarsgård? Is that what
I
his
think
name?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't die, so yeah, the movie's not gonna be as popular.
I don't know. I remember being in a haunted house when I was a kid, and The Crow was big at that time, and there was crows everywhere in the
Sure.
haunted houses. It was so stupid.
I get it.
Alex Proyas, also credited for iRobot, which is, in my opinion, an incredible movie.
Didn't see
you
it.
You might disagree. You didn't see it? No. Will Smith. It's
Wow,
like
you
the
never,
beginning of
never, huh?
I don't think so.
kind of the beginning of a.
I know it. I remember-
robots.
No, I mean it's like a classic. Like Isaac Asimov, I think is.
Oh yeah,
is
remake.
behind it. Or
Is
like
the person that like wrote the
wrote it?
original story?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
It's a remake,
right?
yeah,
Is that,
yeah.
Well, not a remake. Like he wrote the original like sci-fi story. I think I could be wrong about that, and I will put it online if I was. But anyway, it wasn't bad. That was a solid movie. Like Will Smith,
He was big. He was
I know, but I don't think that I've ever thought Will Smith was a good actor. Like he was fine in like Independence Day and some like other shit that he was in, but
I didn't think
like
he was good
Bad
in
Boy.
Independence Day.
He was fine in Independence Day because it was like what it was, but he was like good in Bad Boys, I guess. But also it's
Yeah.
like
What's that movie with Gene Hackman where it's
Hackman.
Gene-
I know what you mean. It's like a conspiracy theory movie.
yeah. Thought he was good in that.
I get okay.
Ali.
I-
Didn't he win an Oscar? No, he didn't win an Oscar.
he was up for one probably.
yeah.
All right. I mean, I get.
He's just like a classic actor like Dwayne
I guess
Johnson.
you're right. He's
and
been in
all-
some good movies, but like overall, I don't fucking think I'm not.
I'm not
Will
going to
Smith
I'm not going to the movies to see a Will Smith movie. I mean, there was a whole spat there. There was like some He was in a superhero movie. I didn't see it. There's a bunch of stuff.
Why would you support Will Smith at all after slapping Chris Rock? Like, I thought Will Smith was good before that. After that incident, that's Chris Rock. Like, that's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Like, it's some bullshit.
That's like one of the all-time weirdest things that ever happened. Like,
ever.
if you think about it, that is like one of the most fucked up things that's ever happened. Because like Chris Rock told a joke that probably like a committee of writers like wrote
Signed
for
off,
this
yeah.
shit, and he just like told it.
And he was the craziest thing is Will Smith laughed at the joke, then looked at his wife and she was mad, then goes on stage and slaps him. It just blows my mind. It's like I think Will Smith started out as a comedian, stand-up comedian before he got like Fresh Prince, right?
No, he was a rapper.
He
was a rapper.
I'm sure he tried comedy.
I don't know, but he was a rapper. I mean, DJ Jazzy Jeff is honestly what made him popular. But we could do it in a whole nother podcast about Will Smith after this Nick Cage podcast.
You want to just
rope Will Smith movies? I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, it'll be like 8 podcasts.
All right, Alex Proyas also, speaking of remakes, was credited for making the remake of Paradise Lost. And I don't know if y'all ever saw that. He also made a movie. He also made a movie called Dark City, and he is.
I never saw Dark City, man. I'm feeling real.
I feel like
sheltered.
Dark City was like.
Is that Kiefer's? I don't know what that movie is either, but I feel like
so.
I
know
what
like
it is.
I can see like the preview or something in my head.
Yeah, it's like that one comic book movie that we all saw. Sin City, but without like the comic book shit. I've seen Dark. I remember that movie for sure. Anyway,
this is
all right,
not riveting. Like. One other thing I want to say though is like Alex Proyas is like another one of the people that like, and maybe this is like getting towards the end.
Videos?
Yes.
Like started in music videos and like catapulted that into movies, which is just like so insane to think about now. Like, is that still a pipeline? Like making music videos? No one even cares about music videos.
I feel
anymore,
like music
right?
videos are now movies. It's like the reverse of what it used to be. Because every time I click on a song that I really like and there's a video for it, it tells a story, and it's like it's no longer just people dancing and then a hook and then people dancing.
What do you mean it tells a story?
Maybe I'm into story songs. Maybe
but like a lot of music videos.
Like it'll break away from the song. And
it's like a mini 3-minute movie now.
Yeah, okay.
It never used to be like that.
No, there was always shit like that.
Dude.
I feel like November Rain. Dude. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That's the original one though.
What about Beat It?
Especially the extended
Thriller.
version.
Yeah, dude, Thriller.
Beat It when they're just like knife fighting and tied to each other. That's not
every single Michael Jackson video is like that.
That was the thing. Like it all made sense, and you got to watch it on VH1 in like 1989. Came on all the time. It was like the whole Michael Jackson catalog, music videos, and they all lined up like they were a concept.
Well,
what is this episode about?
It's about the 2009 movie Knowing. All right, oh boy, before we get into the cast, we want to know when you were in 2009 and you were in the movie theater and you decided to see this movie with Nic Cage and some weird background on the poster, what else could you have seen?
Well, real quick. All right.
And what's the budget?
It came out in March 20th, 2009. Where were you?
March 20th.
Early into the Obama presidency.
Yeah, dude.
Hope is high.
4 years after graduating college, I was living in an apartment, by myself.
All right, sweet.
No roommates. I already shed the roommates.
Midtown apartment?
Yeah, probably.
I think it was, because 2010 was the flood, right? And that's when I moved over to Meridian Street in East Nashville. Yeah. So it was the last year of the Midtown apartment. Yeah.
Crazy, dude. It had a $50 million budget and grossed worldwide $186 million, which makes it a success.
Wow.
No shit.
Nic Cage is back in the plus column. It's been a couple
not
movies.
For long,
well,
man.
no, he National Treasure 2 was a big plus. Like that was like a $500 million.
Like the Bangkok Dangerous and Next and
Bangkok Dangerous was shit.
So opening weekend, Knowing was number 1, but you could also go see.
I don't remember this at all.
Same.
I didn't either.
I Love You, Man. Duplicity, which
I've seen both of those.
Race to Witch Mountain. Watchmen was in theaters. I definitely saw Watchmen.
Yep.
The Last House on the Left remake was in theaters.
Dude, the original is my favorite horror movie of all time.
Dude, that
remake is
I didn't see the
not
remake.
as good.
Yeah.
But because they didn't touch some of the shit that in the original.
No,
like,
they can't because
they
you can't like fucking remake that movie. That shit was so fucked up.
1972, Wes Craven's first movie he ever directed, Last House on the Left.
Taken, Slumdog Millionaire, which I didn't see. But
I did see that in the
did
theater.
you? Yeah,
I saw that
In
and
the
Watchmen.
theater?
I saw that in the theater, and I saw Watchmen in the theater. I took my wife to see the Watchmen in the theater, and that was the time that she wasn't my wife at the time, but
2009.
regardless, that was the time that she was like, I will never go watch a superhero movie ever again.
Oh,
Because
damn.
of Billy Crudup's dick.
No, I mean that was like the only plus I feel like for both of us. Like when that part came on, we both were holding hands
Whoa.
and like squeezed each other's hands
Check
a
out
little
that blue dong.
bit. Yeah, did you see that blue dong, babe?
Couldn't miss it. Medea goes to jail. Medea's like Ernest P. Worrell.
100%.
Coraline.
Oh my god!
This episode's going to be an hour and a half, guys. Just strap in.
All right. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. He's just not into you or that into you. Confessions of a Shopaholic.
All right. Where
it's
are
all right.
we
That's
at
about it.
Hollywood
Yeah,
27?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is so
yeah.
many movies.
That's-
we need to keep going.
That was 12.
All right.
But, God, now I want to have a whole unpacking of Medea being like the black fucking artist.
Let's get into the cast of the movie, knowing the
Cut.
reason we are here each and every week that we do a Casting Cage episode is the wonderful, the magnificent, the incredible actor, Nicolas Cage. He plays John in this movie. John is some sort of scientist.
He's a professor at MIT.
Professor
He is a
at
professor at MIT.
Professor at MIT, single dad. He
Because his wife died.
his wife died.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's a widower.
and he wants to do right by the world, but he's intrigued by things that take him outside his normal life.
Yeah, I guess he's an astrophysicist at
Right.
MIT, which means that he is like
Yeah.
got to be a smart dude,
For
or
sure.
at least like presented himself as smart. And his dad was a preacher.
Pastor, yeah.
So it's like his whole fucking thing is like kind of he's like kind of trying to contradict his dad in the whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
dude. Yeah.
Anyway.
He's lost faith.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes. Dude, there's
Perfect guy for
this episode is gonna be like 4 hours long
No.
because there's so much fucking
he's
things.
he's the perfect guy for a disaster movie.
Nic Cage's or
yeah. No, his character in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect
Gotcha.
guy for a disaster movie.
Yeah.
Like when you think of disaster movies, you think of
Towering Inferno.
Bruce Willis in Armageddon. Like you need that thing. In what was it? The one with the aliens. Shit.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. You had Jeff
He's the Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
You always need a smart
gotta-
scientist that figures everything out and
Yeah.
lays it out. Yeah.
All right. Also in this movie, Rose Byrne, who recently won an Academy Award.
I think it's Rose Burns.
Rose Byrne. It's
Rose
Rose Byrne.
She's related to David Burns.
That's right.
She plays Diana, the granddaughter of somebody that we're going to have to get into in this movie, a major character.
I love Rose Byrne.
Same.
Like
Dude.
she's a great actor,
Solid.
and she is just like so fucking like cute or something.
That's
There's
like
just
wife
something about-
material.
I get, yeah, or it's like Girl Next Door or something type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this very fucking just like natural, basic. I don't want,
Speaking
maybe
of-
not basic, but like
Speaking of Girl Next Door, I called Old Boy. Me and Old Boy talked today, and we were talking about Rose Byrne, and I was like, the only thing I know her in is that movie with Seth Rogen where it's like Next Neighbors or Next Door Neighbors.
Yeah.
What's that movie called? They made two of them.
yeah, is it Neighbors or something? Like I know what you're talking about.
Something
But
like that.
I've never seen either one of those.
And I've
so.
never seen her in any other film but that.
Really.
Dude, she's
really
in a
hasn't.
ton of stuff.
Yeah, yes, you have.
Oh,
because
like
you've seen her.
like is it Bridesmaids or
You've
whatever?
seen her in Bridesmaids.
Okay.
You have also seen her in Insidious, a movie that we reviewed on
Boom,
Redbox
dude.
Reviews.
Well, I don't remember that movie because I fucking hated that movie.
Well, it doesn't mean you didn't watch it.
I hate the Insidious franchise.
You are not a horror fan.
I am. I'm just not that type of horror fan. Also in this movie, Chandler Canterbury, he plays Caleb the son. Kid does a decent job, I guess, as a child actor. he invokes the emotion. He's fine.
I guess.
I mean, yes.
I did read that he played Benjamin Button. I guess the kid version.
Liam Hemsworth is in this movie. He plays Spencer. He's in this movie for all of 5 minutes. I want to bring up one more actor. This is my favorite actor in the movie. His name is Ben Mendelsohn.
Love that dude.
I was hoping you were going to bring up that dude. Like,
Phil, I saved him for last because if you don't remember, if you don't know who Ben Mendelsohn is, he's like the bad guy in Ready Player One, but he's also one of the like billionaire kind of bad guys trying to make shit happen in Gotham City and Batman. And he's like the guy where Bane, like there's that meme, and he's like Bane. He's like,
that's
I'm in
right,
control.
dude.
He's like, do you feel in control?
There it is.
That's right.
I
dude.
just did that whole thing just to do that, where he puts his
love
hand to the
this
side.
dude.
This guy is awesome.
He's underutilized in this movie.
100%. But this is still like maybe early.
I'm sure.
It's
because-
early for him for sure.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, I agree. He's been in some good shit. He was also like, he's in the fucking Marvel shit with where he plays the Kroll. Kroll? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Kroll?
Yeah, the alien race that can shapeshift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like he's wasted in that too. I feel like that
For
series
sure.
that he was in was like so terrible. But anyway, he's like good. Like he's the best Star Wars movie that has come out maybe ever was
100%.
fucking Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, Rogue One.
Rogue
Yeah.
One. And he's like the bad guy in that. And he's like doesn't have fucking superpowers or anything. He's just fucking like a menacing fucking like
Hell
sociopath
yeah,
dude.
dude.
He's great in that. But there's one thing that you guys might not know that he was in. And this is a deep cut.
Is it like he's young? I kind of want to hint. I want to guess.
I know he's
is
plays
he
a drug
younger,
addict in
younger,
something,
younger?
Okay,
and he's awesome.
He was in a movie that came out in 2010,
Okay, so
And
this
we
is
have
1 year
watched-
after this.
and we have watched it one time together.
I feel like he's like a crackhead
Drive
or a
angry.
gremlin, or he's like a
gremlin.
a crackhead like gremlin type thing.
This is like so worthless. Like no one's gonna care about any of this at all.
Hollywood or no? What is it? Haunted Casino?
No,
Damn it!
but he was in Animal Kingdom. The
Oh.
first podcast
Holy
episode
shit.
we ever recorded that never got released or anything, but it was like our test episode.
Animal.
He was like one of
fucking
the main
kingdom.
characters in that movie.
Hell yeah, dude! I like that. That dude's solid.
Shout out to Animal Kingdom 2010. That
Yeah.
one.
I'll probably cut all this out. I mean,
It's all right.
No, don't.
It's just for us.
This
In,
is
during
for
the
us,
Kentucky
yeah, exactly.
Derby that year, we hit on the
That's
the,
right.
the
A horse.
horse Animal Kingdom, which
No
was
shit.
80-1, and then we bought like the whole bar's tab, which is like an idiot.
So many mint juleps, dude.
Not like an idiot. Like you should do if you fucking hit a fucking horse.
Well, we just gave
hit
all our money
and
away.
spent and bought
I
nothing
know,
but
I know, I
mint
know.
juleps for everybody.
All right, those are pretty much the
Made for a
actors.
great story. Better
Yeah.
than the fucking $200 or whatever that it probably cost you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it was.
what's
Those-
a better story? We bought the bar, mint juleps, or I won $200 and put it in my pocket.
That's
That's true. Those are the actors in the movies. Before we get into the plot and Bucky's establishing shot, we have a segment on casting Cage. When we do these episodes where we let Juicebox read the plot, you can find online, and then we kick it back over to him for his idea of what actually happened in this movie in a segment we like to call
Plot by Juicebox.
Again, thank you for allowing me to read the plot. MIT professor. Okay. What's this dude's last name?
it starts with a K. I just
No,
put
it is.
John
No,
K.
It's Koestler. Is that Coastler?
Kostler?
I don't feel like they ever said it in the movie. Or
They
made-
didn't.
Like
I don't remember it.
Kostler. So should I say Kostler?
Say
Sure.
Kostler.
Kostler? Kostler? Cosner?
We'll go with Kostler, not Cosner.
Cosner? MIT professor Kevin Costner. Sorry.
He's not that hot.
MIT professor John Koestler links a mysterious list of numbers from a time capsule to past and future disasters and sets out to prevent the ultimate catastrophe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, he's an
It's
MIT
very
professor.
simplified for what happens in this movie.
He's an MIT professor, so you have to trust him.
Yep.
Okay, so my plot is
Nailed it.
And that is a great plot by Juicebox.
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. All right, now we're going to get into Bucky's establishing shot for the third or fourth movie in a row. We don't need one. They tell us. I fucking love this. Lexington, Massachusetts, 1959. We are in a school play yard hearing voices right off the bat. Less premonition.
Yeah, with a girl that just has like a beat up face, right? Like
Yeah.
her face
I
is
mean,
like kind of like okay.
She looks haunted as
Not
fuck.
beat up, but like that's
like she
the
has
scary
like
girl in a
cuts
horror
on,
movie.
She has like cuts on her face. I feel like.
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that?
No,
like,
I think you're right. Like, I tried to get my wife to watch it, and she's like, "What's wrong with that girl's face?" Like, I was like, I don't
And
know.
that was it. And she checked
Yeah,
out.
she was like,
Yep.
done.
They're trying to
went to
call
bed.
all the kids back into school. We've got this like film or this exposure on the film
Like
that is giving us
TPS.
flashback time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
sure.
whatever you call
I
it.
like it. It's
She
not,
is just like staring straight into the sun, though, right?
Yeah.
Like she's
Right.
hearing these whispers in her head and just like staring into the sun.
This
and
is
the
before they knew what
sun's gonna come back.
schizophrenia is.
yeah. It
The
is.
sun'll come back.
I wrote after this just opening
Tomorrow.
30 seconds, I put LFG, let's fucking go.
Oh, this pumped you up.
It pumped me up. So let's get into the plot. We open with the task of a third grade class in 1959 to create the future for a time capsule, meaning they have to draw what they think is going to be the future, and then we're going to put it in a time capsule and we're going to bury it for 50 years.
Yeah.
Hold up, though. Like, yes, that's what they're doing. But they were like, we had a competition to decide what we were going to do to celebrate the opening of the elementary school. And this girl, like, submitted the idea of time capsule, and they were like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
shit. And it is Lucinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's do it. And then it's like, it was a surprise to the kids, like, what it was going to be, right? Because
Right.
they were all
Yeah.
like, oh, it's my idea. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, it was Lucinda's. There is like a very intricately like designed fucking spot for this fucking time capsule out front. And
Oh,
I know
yeah.
kids are kind of oblivious to shit,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, Jesus fucking Christ, like,
It's a
there had
seal.
to have
There.
been massive construction in
Big
front of the
time.
school for
This.
This
weeks
one
Yeah.
to
thing.
like to do this fucking like thing.
Dude, I made a note to your point. I said, man, time capsules used to be huge, huh?
I mean, seriously, that's it. Like they're like, oh yeah, we chose time capsule. Here it is, like,
Yeah.
and it's already fucking labeled and everything. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's weird. When I graduated, when I was a junior in high school, I went to junior senior prom, and the seniors, their thing for the juniors was to create a time capsule for all of us, right? And the time capsule was going to be opened in 10 years. We never opened the fucking time. I don't know what happened, but it was a presentation, and they were putting stuff in the time capsule, and they
Right.
were like, "All right, next, I'm going to come put this in the time capsule for
Johnny Cage.
and that's my real God-given name. And it was a
We'll blurt it out.
it was a plastic axe because I had gotten detention, and in my school, when you got like detention, they sent you on the other side of the football field on a hill to cut down trees with an axe by yourself. That was literally
What?
like in school suspension
Hold
for
on.
me.
What?
where did you? I thought you grew up in Nashville.
I did grow up in Nashville. We were on the other side of the football field. I was out there with an axe by myself. The groundskeeper had left. I threw this axe in a tree. It bounced off like a knot in the tree, came back and cut myself in the leg. I had to walk
Instant karma.
300
Damn.
yards to this school, walked in the front door and all the way to the principal's office, and there was just blood, a trail all through this school, right? My mom was fucking livid. But anyway, they put this axe in a time capsule in 1999, And I still don't know what happened to that. But time capsules used to be huge.
I mean, maybe are they gonna like open it in like what year? 3 years or something?
Yeah, dude.
Maybe. I need to reach out. Anyway, so they're creating this time capsule, which is
yeah. You guys got my DNA on an axe head. Can I get that back, please?
which is great. But all these kids are drawing like rockets and shit, and we find that out later in the movie. But Lucinda is a crazy person. I think this is kind of a horror film to begin with.
It makes you want to think it is.
It makes you want, yeah. And she's writing a series of numbers on a piece of paper.
Is she a crazy person though?
No,
I don't know.
I mean, apparently not.
I mean, like you sure it seems like she is, but I mean.
Like
right, it
but
all
in
happens.
the end,
but all these
in
kids
the
are
end-
drawing rockets and like the future and spaceships, and this girl's just writing code across this paper.
We can talk about it more in like hour 4 of this fucking podcast, but like it validates fucking craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's like any fucking crazy thing is like, oh no,
It's preordained.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Whatever
And-
crazy thing you believe, guess what? It's right.
yeah, and
Anyway, let's continue on. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I
I know,
wanna
I
talk
wrote-
about that.
I have like 1,000 fucking notes for this movie.
I wrote, "Who is Lucinda?" And then
She's just one of a bunch of people that can hear this fucking whisper. We end up.
I
finding
don't think
out.
it's a bunch.
it is a bunch.
It is a bunch.
Okay.
I mean,
So like, and I even want to talk about something like that to like more towards the end. So like, it jumps to 50 years later. It's Nic Cage hanging out with this kid. They're like cooking hot dogs outside. He's a drunk dad. Like he is fucking like visually drinking and like obviously something's up with him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he's like, the kid's like goes inside because he was going to do something. He's like, you don't want dad's famous hot dogs on the run?
dude,
And he's like, no, Dad, I'm a vegetarian now.
yeah, hot
and it's
dogs
like-
on the run.
I have so many questions about just this little. I know it's just a quirky little thing, but it's like at the same time, it's like, God damn it! Like,
You
what
think
made him
that's-
famous? What
No.
made him on the run? Like,
What do you think that's Nick's thing?
Damn it.
dude?
You get a lot of character development right off the bat with
Yeah.
Nic Cage. And you see it and it moves very fast because you also realize the scene after that he's a teacher. And one of my favorite things is like he immediately crashes out and like says there's no purpose and like, fuck all this.
Yes, he does, and it's because like, you know, his wife has died or whatever. Like
Right.
he is obviously fucking not dealt with like the emotions and like the trauma of his wife dying randomly, and like he just can't like sort it out. Which he talks about later in the movie. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just standing in the front yard when my wife died, and I felt nothing, and like, you know.
Yeah,
Anyway, so yeah, he goes on that rant and like about how nothing matters and nothing happens
Very
for a reason or
nihilistic,
whatever.
yeah. No
very
purpose,
nihilistic.
yeah.
Which is funny that you mentioned that one. Come back with that. But that rant, the whole entire rest of the movie is just to prove that rant wrong.
Right,
Like every
that's it.
single thing in the rest of the movie is like, all this is happening
Yep.
for some specific reason. Like everybody is chosen, everything is done because it was supposed to get to this fucking moment to save these kids or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. You
Yeah.
know? It's
You're
just
not
like,
wrong.
and it's just like so frustrating. Like watching it a second time, it's just like, you know, when I watched it the second time through, it was just like, God, like this is just fucking like,
it's just projected out there. It's like
it is.
the-
It's just so fucking laid out. Like it's
Yeah.
just like,
And we're
It
only
hits you-
15 minutes into a
I know.
2-hour movie.
I know,
Right.
and it just fucking
Like-
hits you over the head. It was like they had to dumb it down a little bit. Or something.
I do love how charming Nic Cage was right up until he went to the rant. Like he's joking with the beat, throwing the ball, like, oh, am I gonna,
Yeah.
Everybody's like laughing, and he's like,
Great
yeah,
dad.
there's no purpose. There's,
Yep. There's no purpose.
Everybody, the whole class was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, he's like staring at that girl too. While he's
Right,
like, while he's
like-
saying it is just fucking like. But
But
I
it-
mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
I mean-
shit's fucking real. Like,
And that's
Sure.
when you get Phil come in to save him. Like you establish
His
your
buddy.
friendship there. Yeah, his buddy.
Trying to get him laid.
Anyway, next thing that we see in this movie, yeah, that's one
that
of my
fucking
favorite.
part.
Yeah.
Seriously, is like. She said you were interesting. I just thought that meant you were gay. It was like, okay, this movie came in 2009. Like we're
you
still
remember-
making jokes about like that in 2009.
He said, you remember so and so, the PH double D's.
Yeah. God damn it.
Best line of the movie.
This dude is dead wrong in this
Yes,
movie.
best line. All right, now in the movie, it is time to open the time capsule. We have traveled 50 years in the future from the opening scene of this movie, but before we open the time capsule, we have to bring in the old lady who was part of the original class.
Yeah.
She gets to cut the ceremonial ribbon and say it's time to dig this thing out of the ground.
Yeah, and is that just because Lucinda was in her class? Is that why she gets to fucking dedicate it? Because it was like a whole school thing, right? Like, why wasn't it the principal?
Yeah.
She's only...
They won the thing, so 50 years later, you're still a winner. And
Lucinda was dead, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. The crazy
Yeah.
thing is, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is like they open this time capsule and it's full of a bunch of envelopes, right? And there are enough envelopes for the kids in the class or the school or whatever they're doing.
Right.
Yeah,
and all
perfect
these
amount.
kids bum rush this lady, and she's just old. She's like, you guys step back now. Just take one of these at a time. And like these kids are just like going nuts over these fucking envelopes.
As kids would.
That has a 50-year-old like shitty drawing from the third grade that I guess it means a lot to them because
I don't know.
It's a big deal.
I think I think anybody would be excited about that.
Collector's
honestly.
items,
Like,
you could sell
I
it
don't
on
know
eBay.
that. I don't know that as an adult I would run up and push people out of the way. But like as a kid, if there was like a time capsule and they were like, "Here's something from 50 years ago," I would have fucking lost my mind.
Dude, yeah. I mean, every day there was something new.
I would
as a
have
kid.
turned to my hearing aid and heard those whispers extra loud.
So of course, to make a movie, Nic Cage's son gets Lucinda's envelope, which contains a series of numbers written on the front and back of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And then he
The
starts.
numbers reveal a dude.
Hold on. And then he starts hearing and seeing like Michael Myers in the distance. It was like this is kind of a crazy thing. It's like JLC looking out the window, seeing the guy under the tree. Then he next looks and he disappears.
I put that these guys were like the fucking nihilists for Big Lebowski. Like he was
damn
being
it.
stalked
No,
by
I've
the
got more
nihilists
than that.
of Big Lebowski.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
funny. I wrote down.
I'm sorry, you have a better joke?
No,
I wrote down, is that Seth from City of Angels?
shit, dude. They go home that night, right? Everything's calm, and I wrote the Good Night Mom video. Fuck, dude.
Fucking
Like,
broke me.
it
I
broke
was
me.
not ready to be broke this early in a movie.
I
I tugging at my heart, like.
dude, it hit me too, man. I was like, oh, fuck.
Dude,
All right.
it was so fucking heavy. And it's like you already know the mom's dead, so you know something's up. But man, that was
Yeah.
like...
And even Nick Cage does a good job in this when he opens it and his eyes get real big and then he like closes the door
he
like
does,
he knows what's
man.
going on. He sells it like this scene.
I don't usually love Nick Cage sympathy face, but he does nail it in this fucking scene.
This scene is
It did. He was
fucking
like, oh, I don't
awesome.
need to interrupt this.
Like, dude, that...
Yeah. Yeah.
I
thinking
love
about-
it.
Just thinking about that right now fucking wrecks me, man. That is
So-
just like so fucking heavy.
Yeah.
So we get this scene in the movie, and then we get Nick Cage going down a fucking wormhole montage.
With that heavy,
sure.
heavy pour on that whiskey, dude.
Yeah, the heavy pour caused the whole
All
fucking
of
thing.
it.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Every
is.
fucking single thing in this movie happens for a
everything.
reason. After that fucking thing, that nothing happens for a reason.
You're right. I mean, even her idea getting chosen for the time cap. It's just all just
So
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
If you
like-
guys haven't seen this movie, so we've kind of covered
Which you
it for
probably
you.
haven't.
No, you probably haven't. Out of a time capsule comes this 8.5 by 11 with nothing but a series of numbers. The first numbers that are detected randomly enough by Nick Cage, who just sees this in a whole goddamn series of numbers, is 9/11/01 2996, which is 9/11 with 2,996 lives lost.
Yeah.
casualties. Yeah.
And it's because he fucking spilled his drink and put it down, and like the bourbon made a ring around those
that.
numbers,
Yeah,
and
those
that's
numbers.
what fucking just triggered him.
This is just a giant word search for disaster dates and statistics on deaths.
Right.
And he figures out this whole fucking thing in one night, in an evening,
Yeah.
with one bottle of whiskey.
He's like, come on.
Like he figures it all out.
Yeah.
And like I have so many questions about what this actually predicts. Because like later in the movie, he's like, I could have saved my wife's life if I would have known if I would have had this list beforehand. But it's like, how many casualties does it have to be to make the list? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Is it
yeah.
detecting like 4 casualties, or is it detecting like it's got to be over 50? Or
Yeah,
like,
there is.
It was
It seems
a
like there's a cap.
It was big ones. Like
Well,
the
the
lowest
9/11
I saw was 81 or something like
right.
that.
But hers was like she died in a hotel fire. That was like, I mean, I guess maybe there was a lot of people, but like
these were major disasters throughout time,
Right.
that he like unlocked.
right. But apparently, like one of them was the disaster that his wife had died in.
Right.
Oh.
And they like don't even talk about that until like later on. But anyway, like yeah. So he figures it out in one night with one bottle of whiskey.
Just barreled it through it and
Crushed
figured it all out.
Figured it all out.
Other
Figured
than
out
the longitudes,
this is the message
latitudes,
to
yeah.
the end of the world. And this is another one of those things that's like, there's people out there that are probably just like looking for some kind of validation, and they
Sure.
can find it in a movie or whatever. But it's
Anything,
like
yeah.
it's like I came up with this theory and I think that it's right, and I don't care what other people think. And this type of movie just like kind of validates that
Sure.
crazy type of stuff.
Later in the movie, that guy's like, "Well, what about all those in between numbers?"
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm like,
and they,
right?
but they
neither-
still fucking like
Neither one
fill,
of them-
they fill in the blanks.
Yeah,
so
they
it's
do.
like they fucking still.
So he goes through this in one
and
night.
it happens perfectly for the plot.
He goes to this one
Well,
night,
of course.
and
Yeah.
I said, "Yes, 10/27/08 is the next thing. It hasn't happened yet." So he discovers 3 dates that have not
Right.
happened
So
yet.
now he's thinking, okay,
And how many people are going
And
to
it's
die?
the last 3 dates on the thing.
right, here's the MacGuffin.
And I said, now it's time to decipher the code with the old lady, and this lady parties. So when he goes to the old lady, she's like drinking iced tea with vodka and offering it to him.
Oh yeah,
I loved.
and not remembering that she offered it to him.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing that we're trying to figure out, I guess, in this movie is who is Lucinda, and why are we researching her sister? We meet Nic Cage's sister, John's sister in this movie.
Yeah, who is like the worst actor ever.
Yeah.
Like she is like that whole fucking scene of the kitchen or wherever they're at is like
Bad.
she is so bad. Like so bad. But real quick, I just want like rewind real quick. Like the day like he solves the mystery or whatever, and then he's carpooling the kids to school the next day, and his son's like, are you like sick or something? Because he's so fucking like visibly hungover
Yeah.
from
Dude.
drinking all night and trying to solve this fucking
Solve a
world-ending
puzzle.
mystery. Like,
It's like that. It's like that meme from It's Always Sunny in Charlie and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like pointing at all the strings and everything. It's
Yeah.
like that's what he did
I mean,
the night
basically,
before.
I mean, yeah, and that's what he breaks out later on, basically. But it's circles instead of strings.
So we go to date number 1 of 3 of Natural Disaster Land, and this is where we get the next scene, which I wrote, holy shit, this commercial plane.
I mean, man, this chick could have just saved a lot of time if she just put some fucking like forward dashes in that motherfucker, man.
What do you mean?
Like instead of like just straight numbers.
Oh,
If she had just put some dashes and some
go
some
to this
periods.
next one.
I mean, blame that on the nihilists, right? They were the people feeding her the numbers,
And-
whispering her the numbers, right? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even like her in control. Like she just heard the fucking
The
voice or
numbers.
whatever it is. Like,
But what's we can talk about this later too, but I don't know what all the hullabaloo is like.
I absolutely loved this plane scene. Like when he walks out and the plane like goes across and like crashes, I was like, okay, for 2009, this is some legit shit right
yeah.
here.
dude, yes, please.
This is some Final Destination. Like,
This scene made the entire movie for me. Like this scene is fucking so intense and so epic, and it's like a fucking like 6-minute one shot, and it's not like.
Yeah,
like
dude.
I was looking, like, you know, because I'm kind of in this business, so it's
Yeah.
like I can see when these cuts are sometimes
Right.
in these one takes, quote unquote. I couldn't find one, and then after the fact, like I got this, like full disclosure, I've been going back to buying Blu-rays and DVDs because like it's easy to
Commentary.
commentary, and it's kind of easy to find some of these Cage movies. But anyway, they had a behind the scenes about that scene, and it was like,
Get into it.
Can I just nerd out on it for a second? Because it's like, hold on, let me find my notes.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, show a little clip really quick.
I'll show it in the background while I'm talking about it right here. But it's like the plane crashes, which is obviously like CG or whatever, like not real. But like it's on, the camera's on him, turns, it's running behind him. There's fire everywhere. There's like shit exploding and stuff. Like 80% of this shit was practical effects. And they talk about how they developed, because it's like raining in this scene, right? Like it's pouring rain. They developed some kind of gel that did not go out with water. It burned while water was pouring on it. Yeah, and they poured it on like live actors, like stuntmen. Stuntmen are running with this fucking burning gel that cannot be put out with water, and like, doing the whole shit. Like somebody's on fire, he throws like a blanket over somebody. Right. Like there's all this fucking crazy shit, and it's like the only way it could be put out was like with a CO2 fire extinguisher or whatever. Damn. But anyway, like all that shit is fucking like. There is some CG like in the background, of the like background plane things aren't real, but like the explosions are real. Dude. But dude, this movie has some of the most. It was rated PG-13, and it has some of the most intense violence I think I have ever seen in a movie. Because like people are blown up and incinerated. The person is running out and he's like trying to save him and he's just burning alive. Like, and then later on in the subway scene where people are just getting annihilated by the fucking like. We'll talk about that, but like this scene. I can't talk about it enough. This scene made the movie for me. 100%. This scene is so fucking intense. Dude. It is so fucking traumatic. Like I just wish I could go back in time and watch this one scene in the theater. Sure. Because I can't fucking even imagine what it would have been like on a giant screen with fucking theater sound.
Dude,
like
it was intense. My kid watched it. I was watching it the second watch through. And she looks at me when the people are like running away and it blows up again. She looks at me. She's like, "Dude, I'm gonna have nightmares." I was like,
"Me too, me too, Sam. Yeah. Me too."
If you are
like, I don't want my kids to see anything about a plane crash. Honestly, like, because I don't want to give them that fucking
fear too. Yeah, but like, I do love it though. Like, I like it that his character goes to help. I like that. It kind of shows he's a good, like, morally good, right? 100%. So he's like running towards the fire. But this guy's on fire and run past him, and Cage says, "Hey." Like, I don't know. So I was like, I don't know what you say to somebody on fire.
What do you say? Like, it's like a shock thing at that point, right? Like, obviously he is helping out, but it's also because like he is like
in shock too.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's and it's like what he is like known about, what he just realized like is unfolding in front of his face, like he just,
and it almost clipped him too, man. I mean, like
so that's what I wanted to ask. Like, did it hit his car? Like, did him getting out of the car? I couldn't tell that. And
when he pulls up later, he pulls up in a truck, and I think he's in an SUV.
It's the same truck.
Or I think he's in an SUV when he left. I think.
Okay, because he's in an F-150 later, and that thing is indestructible. But anyway, continue on. Sorry.
If you are listening to us right now, and
you have probably turned it off,
and you want to watch this on YouTube, the entire thing that we just talked about, that scene was playing. You can get real-time look at what we're talking about, which is a really cool way to consume this podcast is through YouTube. I want to say after this scene...
Hold on, I need to go back, dude, because you skipped over the stranger danger part.
We've got 5 more pages.
You skipped over the stranger danger part, dude.
Okay.
Nic Cage sees his kid out talking to the nihilists, and he takes something from him, and then he's like, "Hey,"
the black rock.
Yeah, he takes a black rock from him, and then he's like, kind of gets onto his kid for a minute, like, "Hey, what'd I tell you about talking to strangers?" Dude, I paused the movie and told my fucking kid, I was like, if I ever fucking catch you that close to a stranger's car, much less taking some shit from them.
Dude, that happens like 5 times in this movie.
And I have to say,
like out in the street, like next to a window.
Yeah.
Candy shit.
I'm not saying like obviously don't tell your kid to be wary of strangers, but I also feel like it's implied like they have some kind of like communication with this kid,
Sure.
like and
Right.
like the other girl like later on and like whatnot. Like
Sure.
there's something more than just like a random stranger,
Right.
You know?
They're in like an '80s sedan, and
So I mean, I have questions about that too. It's like, are these people aliens? Are they
Cops
are
from
they
the 70s.
Yeah, right. Why do they have to drive around in a sedan?
yeah, dude.
And then it's like later on, it's
Creepy
like, are
as
they
hell.
angels? But it's like,
Alien Angels is what I wrote down.
So now, after this scene that we have spent so much time on, what we learn in this
I mean,
movie,
it's so good. It's the best part of the movie.
It really
It
is.
is the best,
part of the movie.
fucking scene in the movie.
Bar
what we
none.
learn about this, what we learn about this code and this algorithm is not only do we have a date and a number of deaths, but now we have the latitude and longitude measurements of exactly when these things are going to occur.
Last missing
Or
piece.
where these are going to occur. We learned that 81 lives were certainly lost, which was predicted.
Yeah.
So it's time to go back to work on this conspiracy theory with Nic Cage's scientific mind. The next thing I wrote was kids seeing blonde dude in trench coat and burning everything.
Right.
All crazy, terrible CGI in this part of the movie after what we just saw.
Yeah, it was like a prophecy, and maybe it was like supposed to be exaggerated or whatever. But also, I just kept thinking like, this kid, like, if the world wasn't burning, this kid has an awesome view from his room.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's just like
Yeah,
looking out
yes.
over a
Pretty
giant
bad. You
fucking
open up
forest with that
yeah.
like circular fucking window.
Window.
It's like, dude, you have the best room in the house, and you have an awesome view.
Nic Cage runs outside.
Oh yeah, this is the best part. Nic Cage runs outside. You stay away from us, you hear? You want some of this? And he has a baseball bat.
And it hits
and
a
he
tree.
smashes a
And he hits
He
a
hits
tree.
a tree. My kid goes, "What was that about?" I was like, "I don't know, man. He's trying to scare some people."
Like, what? Okay, what do you guys do there? Do you run outside?
Like,
I mean,
I don't know if I
so
run
you got-
outside. I think I call the cops.
yeah.
Yeah, hey man,
don't
I got
think
some
I'm going
fucking
out.
creepers. They
But
running
the
up
cops
on my
ain't gonna
kid.
do fucking shit.
But these dudes
honestly.
look like
They was in a sedan.
they look like some bad guys. And dude, where's my car?
There's
like
some
they don't look.
nihilists in
They
a
don't
sedan
look
outside.
Yeah, they don't look that intimidating.
I took their carpet.
they're
Took
wa-
their rug.
They don't. This isn't the point where he confronts the person, though. Is that right? No, that's when he has a gun later on.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
no. This is where we get Rose Byrne coming in as Diana. We meet her pretty much halfway through the movie, I would say.
Yeah.
Who?
Which, like-
sorry. Who also happens to be a single parent. So we get a cute meet in the museum.
Yeah.
Creep me.
Yeah, creep me. Thank you.
Again, you
But
think?
like, well, I mean, yeah, he set it up intentionally. Like,
I wrote later on in this date he ruins it with this conspiracy theory shit. Nobody cares.
Well, he's not trying to hit on her, but
No, yeah, I mean, he was like, yeah, he was creep from. Well, I mean, he had a ulterior motive.
He was
Right.
trying to
Maybe
hit
it's
on.
not-
I mean,
maybe-
come on.
I don't
Nah.
know. I
You're
don't,
in those situations, you just gravitate towards each other, I think. You're both like, your mom was this crazy lady who wrote this thing. You discovered it and deciphered it, and now you're somewhat meant to be
you
together.
wanted to plot master it that way, but that's not.
Yeah, I
what
don't-
was
You
happening.
don't
don't
think? I
think-
thought this
no.
was a cute meet in the museum.
No. No, I don't feel like
Wasn't
that.
planned out?
No, it wasn't that. Like, no, not at
Okay.
all. Like, that wasn't like to me, that wasn't the vibe at all. I don't know.
Same. But he still freaks her the fuck out. Says, "Hey, this happened on purpose. Like I'm here intentionally," and lays all this shit out on her. She's like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of
He's
here."
truthful about it. And the thing about that scene too is like he tells her like October 19th is like the date that
Right.
that she predicts something big's going to happen. And then later on she's like, my mom told me
I was
my
gonna-
whole life I was going to die on October 19th. Like I guess she was in shock or something.
Sure.
But obviously it's like, why is that immediately this random stranger comes up and starts talking about this shit about your Bob, and it's like,
Hey,
why wouldn't you at least be
Yeah,
like,
entertain it a little
okay,
bit.
I'll hear it out like a little bit
Yeah,
longer instead
yeah.
of storming off. Or maybe you're just too freaked out and
Yeah.
like just whatever.
Also reminds me of the newest Halloween movies where like JLC's daughter and granddaughter, like the daughter is like, my mom was crazy, and the granddaughter's like, well, I don't think she's that bad. And then I don't know. There was something weird there for me.
Yeah, you shouldn't
because
compare things to that.
right after this museum scene, we get Nic Cage calling the cops, telling
Yep.
them about this hysterical prediction that's about to happen, and then hanging up. And I wrote really big. I want all of you to see this if you're watching this on YouTube. This movie is awesome.
And that is what was the thing that made you write that?
Everything
One more
that
time.
has happened up to this point,
Oh,
which
okay.
is exactly 42 minutes into the movie. We
Into
still
a
have
2-hour
over an hour
movie.
to go.
This movie is so long.
Yeah,
But there's so much in it.
I do clock the time as soon as I start the movie, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's like watching it on the Blu-ray. You can't clock the time like you can like on a
when you
digital.
pause it?
Yeah, it just like pauses
Yeah.
it. It's like it's chapter by
Interesting.
chapter or whatever.
All right, so we've already had one disaster with the plane, 81 lives lost. We know what disaster 2 is. Now we're going to involve the granddaughter or the daughter of the person who predicted these, and we are going to head straight for it. Like
Downtown
we know
New
where
York.
it's at with the
What street?
huh?
How do you
The
say
latitude
it?
and longitude measurements. What?
What street's it on?
I don't remember that.
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Lafayette Street. We're going straight
Thank
to
you.
it. And you know what we're going straight
See,
to? A subway crash.
But we don't know that yet.
Right. They set it up like it's going to be a terrorist attack.
Yeah, he's like, why aren't the streets closed off?
yeah.
Blah blah blah.
And it all happens for
True.
Yeah. And then it's like the whole chase down for the guy like that had DVDs or something. Is that
Stolen
what he
DVD,
stole DVDs?
Pirated,
Is that what it fell out
yeah.
of his shit?
Yeah, it was like pirated
Oh,
movies or
yes.
something.
You know, and it's just like the cops are drawing on him, and he's like, "No, that guy," and then they're just like, "Okay," like,
Yeah.
and then point their so many things. So, like, again, was that a thing that was supposed to happen?
It seems
Was
like it.
he's supposed
Yeah,
to
she
chase
was-
down this person, and then it's like the train stops there, and this whole fucking thing happens, and that's why the other train
This
crashes.
this,
and just
this
blow
is the
everything
thing
out.
where Diana was supposed to die.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was
No.
because the next thing is she was at the house like when this subway crash happened.
Dude,
Yeah.
no. She was not supposed to, like, her death is like a pivotal part of the movie later
Right.
on.
Yep.
She was not supposed to die at this point.
Okay,
No.
maybe that's what I
One-
was thinking. Cause
Once
Yeah,
once
you were-
once she
you-
sees the accident on TV or whatever, she's like, okay.
Yeah. and I
you're
guess
right.
the whole October 19th thing, like, set
Right.
in, which
But
is
the-
my brother's birthday by a weird coincidence.
the subway crash in this movie again.
Fucking
awesome.
so traumatic, man.
Yeah,
There's so,
dude.
like they're splattering
Crazier
people
than
like
Speed
on the
2.
widget.
Yeah, I
Dude.
mean, this is like
Yes.
intense.
I mean, the
Yeah.
graphics aren't great on this.
No,
they,
sure,
they were
sure.
way like they obviously spent the budget on the plane crash scene.
Sure.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But this is still like pretty fucking intense, and so many people just get fucking obliterated in this crash. Like it is insane. But he somehow saves the mom with the baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, after this crash happens, Diana's at the house. He goes back there, and then I wrote, why did they take a drive and leave the kids home? Like, we have not established these kids are like old enough to.
But they're in the back seat.
Okay,
I
so
wrote the same
I
thing
said,
down.
I said, oh.
I did the
I
same
said,
thing.
oh, the kids were just sleeping in the back
I did the
seat.
same thing. I was like, why
Did you not
they-
read ahead your notes before you like transitioned?
No.
to this
I
point?
just wanted to read it in real time because
Gotcha,
this movie
gotcha.
is so weird. Like they had this whole scene go on with this whole dialogue where, as you, the viewer, are just assuming they left the kids at home.
It felt
and
that way.
Then they decided to show us the kids in the back seat. Like after a 10-minute goddamn dialogue. That's why this movie's so long.
Oh my god! Do you think that like that was like a test? They shot this whole movie and had to edit, and they were like, "Oh fuck, we need to like show
Oh, yeah,
the
we gotta
kids
put
still in
the
the
kid-
car
yeah.
because it's like
Guaranteed.
fucking-
I
yeah,
guarantee it.
Oh, fuck,
continuity's fucked up."
We'll just say they're asleep.
I guarantee it.
Reshoots.
That's funny to think about.
As a car guy, I have to, and I'm not a car guy at all.
Okay, this is a new segment.
I have to mention that the F-150 that Nic Cage is driving has an aftermarket grill on the front of it, which is called a billet grill. It is a grill that goes straight across, like in very thin proportions or whatever, right? And the only reason I know that, and there's probably only one person listening to this podcast that understands that I one time owned a 2005 Nissan Altima, and I asked my girlfriend for Christmas for a billet grill, the exact same thing that's on this F-150 in this
That
movie.
said Ford.
It didn't say Ford, it had a Nissan symbol on it. Anyway, it was a billet grill. So for Christmas, I received an envelope with a picture of a billet grill in there that said that it was on order. Turns out she never ordered it, and I never got a billet grill ever on my car again. I'm appreciative that I saw it in this movie. All right.
You've
Now,
been really holding on to that.
I've been holding on to it.
Clearly.
I will.
Wow.
If you
No
know,
shit.
obviously, I haven't dated many people, but you know who you are. Now,
Let it
all right.
go.
So on this drive, we're going to Lucinda's house, which I'm pretty sure
I
is.
want the last 5 minutes of my life back.
I'm pretty sure Lucinda's house in this movie is a double wide trailer.
Clearly.
Here's the weird thing about this whole situation in this movie for me is she wrote these numbers, right, and put them in a time capsule. And then she lived her life like commemorating every disaster that was in the number sequence in the time capsule.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
But not really explaining it, I guess. But aside from telling her daughter that she was going to die on October 19th,
she has a whole room dedicated
supposedly
to
when the
this.
end of the world is, but asterisk next to that.
So
date.
maybe
Anyway, like,
the nihilist told her that if she doesn't tell anybody about this stuff, that one day maybe she is going to be taken.
So I mean, I see that's another question that I have. Like,
Sure.
Okay. She scribbled everyone else. Like, this is where they figure out the whole that's like the doom for everybody else,
Everybody
right? Like,
else,
this
right.
is like the part,
big
right?
one,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, everybody else is gonna die. She scribbled everybody else like 1,000 times underneath her bed, and then there were the rocks that the angel aliens left. Did they
Yeah.
leave that under
Fight
her
Club
bed?
Jared Leto's.
The Fight Club Jared Leto is left under the bed, but did they leave him then, or were they part of like the mom's life? You know, were they
Right.
It's
I mean,
so many.
I'm fine with leaving some things ambiguous, but like there are so many things in this movie that's just like, what? Come on, you can't just fucking leave everything as like a. And maybe I'm just not understanding it. I only watched it twice.
I don't know. Anyway, so they're all in this room. They're still in her house. Then we get all the nihilists, the blonde-headed dudes that surround the kids.
Kidnap the kids.
We believe in nothing.
Yeah, off into the woods. And I said, "What's with this weird run through the woods from Nic Cage?" Like that. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah,
but
I do.
like,
Yes.
It's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre through the woods. Like the lighting was weird. He was running.
He was running weird.
He was
Like, what was
running-
up with that? Well, like, is that a character choice?
Maybe.
Because, like, we saw him allegedly. I mean, granted, okay.
We saw him
It
run
was
off
like-
that porch. That baseball
Yep.
bat.
Sure. I was gonna say we saw him jump off a fucking like oil rig, but that was 10 years prior. So
Yeah.
maybe
Then we learned that Nic Cage is John and Diana, Nic Cage and Rose Byrne, and the kids are all in this together. And I wrote, but first we need to go to Epcot to check our psyches out, which is that
What?
random building in the middle of nowhere with the ball, like the white ball, where they go to.
like that shit right there was like. That was like fucking traumatizing to me. It's like, oh, okay, is this just a thing that's like just a possibility? Like a giant solar flare could just like pop out and then it's like fucking nuke the earth and
Vaporizes
like,
everything.
and we're just like,
Eventually. Eventually, that will happen.
Well, no, I know. Eventually, like the star will die. But this is like a solar flare thing
Right.
that just like is like a freak anomaly that just fucking wipes out everything. It's like, oh great, another fucking fear to like think about.
I mean, look at Armageddon. Look how big that thing was. This wasn't even that big.
I read something.
No,
and it
this was way bigger. This was.
Oh, was
this,
it?
Yeah.
This was a solar flare that like stripped away
Went out.
like the ozone and everything on like Earth. This wasn't an asteroid hitting it. This was like something like way more major than that.
Yeah, it went out like past like Mars.
Yeah, like destroyed everything.
So another great part of this movie, or a great scene acting from Nic Cage and Rose Byrne, is he basically turns to her and says, "This is happening," and without a fucking thought, she goes, "Gotta get to the caves." And I wrote, man, that's a great like no like background first thought, never. You know, this is the first time she's ever hearing that the Earth like is in trouble, and she's like, "We got to get underground." And I was like,
I guess, but isn't that like first instinct?
Is
like,
it?
Probably
It
a
should
primal
be. Like something's.
instinct.
I mean, like that's why people
But
have
she made,
nuclear
like, an
shelters
sure.
and stuff and basements and stuff like that.
She
like,
made an announcement. She was like, "We got to get to the caves." And I was like,
he just humors her, and it's
Yeah.
just like it
Yeah.
feels. It's so tough to watch at that point. Like it's just like, oh god, he like knows, and he's just like trying to play along with it.
Yeah.
At this point, we have 37 minutes to go in this film. I love it because Nic Cage is like the Fly in Independence Day, Jeff Goldblum, because he's like,
What an
No idea what-
association.
he's like-
the Fly in Independence Day. I was like,
I
well,
had no idea where
sorry.
that was going.
He says, "I have a prophecy. The world is getting warmer. Get below ground, Dad." It's when he makes the phone call to his dad, and his dad's like, "I'm not going to do shit about this. I'm just staying in my house, son. I don't
Because
care."
he is like still like weird and condescending to his dad at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like his dad's a religious person, and
Right.
he is obviously like anti-religious.
Clearly.
But he's like, "Dad, I have a premonition. You better listen to." You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's so fucking like
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
It is what it is. But he's like, it's still even at this point. He's like fucking trying to one up his dad. Like he hasn't got over that
Right.
point yet. It's
And this is where the movie really takes off. And this is where shit just goes like
I mean,
spirals
it does
out of control.
accelerate.
It
And
accelerates,
right
yeah.
here, because we learned that Caleb has like a code to this, right? And then we find out the key to this code is behind a door with 60 years of paint, which Juicebox and I know from doing some artwork years ago that it takes forever to get paint off a door.
Yeah, and you're not just doing it with a heat gun and gonna see what's underneath it. Most
He's
likely.
like
it's
scraping.
just like
It's almost like
But
he's scraping
props,
it so
like
hard
this-
he's already
like-
sprayed like paint stripper on it.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, props. Like this idea, I had no idea that this was coming. Like he goes and
Nope.
breaks into the school and steals the door, and I was just like, what? And then it's like, oh, this is
Right.
it. Like
yeah.
to find the rest of the code. But like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The only reason for him to find the code, I guess, was so he could get there to say goodbye to it, like a
That
last
seems
goodbye
like
to
it.
his son.
That's the
So
yeah,
that's what
the,
it was.
The jump
because
off
the
point.
people had already picked him up to take him to like be rescued or
Right.
whatever. Like,
Poor Lucinda, man.
At this point, they hadn't kidnapped Caleb. You wouldn't even pick two up.
what?
The aliens.
The aliens haven't kidnapped Caleb.
Right,
At this
it's like
point.
a-
like this. This is right before that is happening.
Right, but like what he finds is like the drop off point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because like the aliens kidnap him
Right. And
but like before he finds out this, like the
Yeah.
time, whatever. Like,
you're right.
It-
It's just so he can say goodbye to his son and have a change of heart
yeah, that I mean, which is
for
if
what?
if it's the end of humanity, like what's the point of this one person like having this final goodbye
Closure.
with like,
his dad.
because also like they allude to like, and they show it at the end of the movie. This has happened a lot of times all across the world.
Sure.
Somebody has figured out this code all across the world, and people
Multiple, yeah,
Yeah,
multiple
right?
times, yeah. So
All right, let's run through it real quick because y'all.
Why they play it all?
we're
Why they
already
play
at-
these games?
We only have
We're
like
already at the
fucking
end of the
4
movie.
hours left on our cards.
I said this is intense. My favorite part, the biggest Nic Cage like freak out in this movie was the caves won't save us when he's trying to tell Roseburn.
Which is
like,
a weak freak out.
The
Yep.
caves won't save us. Then she steals a car at the gas station.
Yep.
I said, damn. And then you get the unexpected thing that you get in a lot of movies where she blows a stop sign, gets hit in the side by a fucking semi truck. And you just see that.
got
In these
Helen
movies,
Hunted.
you kind of
Yeah.
expect that. Like, expect the unexpected.
Yeah, but it's not. They give you even a twist there, right?
Like, they do.
You're like, oh shit, she died, and it's not the 19th yet. Oh man, maybe the prophecy isn't coming true.
But she does
But
die,
she
right?
doesn't die until she fucking gets to the hospital or in the ambulance.
Right.
And it like right at midnight.
right, midnight.
Right
Oh,
at midnight,
fuck.
she fucking dies October 19th.
So dumb.
And that is like not that it hasn't been sealed before that, but that's
Sure.
like the ultimate, like he's in the fucking thing. They called at midnight and he's just like, okay,
Damn.
like this is it. Like
Yeah.
it really is fucking the end of the
end,
world.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about more about this scene because as soon as she gets at the heart, gets hit by that truck, we get one of the best things in this movie. And I said the way he drives this F-150, and like just, I mean, I said I'm good at driving. I tell my friends all that like all the time that I'm probably the best driver I know. The way Nic Cage drives this F-150 around every turn, every gully, every whatever, like spins it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
he drove.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
This is
He
all
spent
CGI.
he spent 2 weeks training to drive the
he's
F-150.
so-
F-150 with a billet
The
grill.
best part, he's so in a hurry. He's so in a hurry with this F-150 with his billet grill, but he has time to stop and console dying and pretty much dead Rose Byrne for a good like 15 minutes before he goes back on his chase to find these kids.
No shit. And also, like, I think he gets to the gas station and he's like, there was some people here like 20 minutes ago. Like, he's
Right.
so far fucking behind him.
Dude.
He's like, what direction do they go? That direction. 20 minutes ago.
So let's stop.
Bro.
Let's stop and spend 12 minutes with Rose Byrne, who's already dead.
Which, how did he even know? Because it's like, that wasn't her
Dude.
car. Like, it was
Right.
just a
Yeah.
random car that was wrecked
Yeah.
and you just like stopped and was like,
That guy at the gas station was like, she went that way, but never said anything else. Great
yeah.
part of the
And
movie.
she
You're
just
right.
died right at midnight. I mean, it's the whole, yeah.
All right, she
Anyway.
died. He leaves. He goes.
Movie.
He keeps following the trail or whatever we want to call it. And
Well,
I-
he knows where to go at this point because he has the.
yeah. And then I said, we have pretty much found Black Rock City because he stops and he
Right.
reaches down. And he's got a Black Rocks.
Why did he have to ask the person which direction they went if he knew the
If he had the
location of where they were
coordinates.
going to go?
He had the coordinates,
Sorry,
yeah.
I just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes and finds what I called Black Rock City, which I learned later was just a major driveway.
Or it was just
like-
that beach with like the weird black rocks on it or
yeah.
whatever. It was like
Right.
that type of, that's a thing some places, I guess. But also
So
it's
these
like,
rocks had nothing to do with it?
yes. So, okay, that's my question
Or is
too.
that
Like,
the signal for the spaceship?
okay. I do have a
Landing
question
pad.
about that. Was Black Rocks like the universal thing around the like whole world for when they were people that solved this, or is it like relative to their geographical location? Like, was it a fucking red rock in some other places,
Yeah.
or was it a fucking like ball of dirt in some places or something?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Yeah,
was
all
it
over
the
the
fucking
world.
yeah?
Yeah.
There's just so many questions.
Keep
there.
in mind when we're watching this, if you haven't seen this before, at this point, we have no idea that there is aliens in space involved, and we have gone through this whole movie.
No, you don't know that it's aliens in space, but you do know that something's up because he
Supernatural.
encounters the dude earlier, and he has that like dead light
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
mouth
yeah.
coming or light coming out of his mouth that like blacks him out or
Right.
whatever. It's like
I
And he
mean,
does
I
the whole
agree,
finger
but
pointing to the
you didn't know
prophetic
this was going to
fire
be
and all
like
No, you don't-
you
and-
didn't know it was going to be in close encounters of the third kind, like
and I'm
paints
still
itself
not
that
even
way.
sure if that's what it is.
Yeah. Exactly,
ET
man.
or whatever. So
Close
we learned that the
encounters.
Whisper people have a spaceship, and only the chosen can go. These two kids, we learn, have basically been selected to restart the human race, like
But it's
fucking Noah or some shit.
But it's not just those two kids. So that was another thing I have questions
But we
about.
don't
It's
know
not
that
just,
at the
no,
at
you're
this
right.
point in the movie. We
You're
think
right.
that
You're
like
right.
this little kid and this little girl are gonna go into this spaceship and eventually go through puberty and fuck and restart a race, because that's basically what we're told as viewers on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, not specifically. I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
about it in that,
That's what
in that graphic
Right.
detail. But like, I mean, the thing about it is like they do allude, and maybe it's even like throwaway. Maybe people don't even realize it. But like earlier in the movie, they allude to like there being not just them two. Like Nic Cage says he
Are
believes there are
people.
people all around the world
Right.
that like intercepted these like messages or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like it's not just these it's not just these two kids. But at the same time, I agree. Like I wrote down like, okay, they only save kids? Like, are these fucking Jeffrey fucking Epstein fucking aliens or some shit?
It is strange, dude. And
But in this scene, my next thought was, so in a world with no spaceships, you've never seen a spaceship, you don't know aliens exist, right?
Right.
They encounter the first one ever, and Nic Cage is just okay with letting his kid go with these like close encounter motherfuckers, these blonde-headed dudes that turn into like these
I agree.
hologram fucking tall slender things.
I mean-
and
I
I'm
mean-
like, and you're just okay with letting your kid go do that?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, it is a weird choice, but I mean, clearly all this has been like set up, and so it's kind of like, well, I know the world's going to end. You may as well. I mean,
That's it. He believes 100% in this thing, and it's been proven true as far as it goes in his eyes. Like, and
He knows
and
it.
that's like I cried 2 times in this movie, or
Wow.
I
Like
ro-
me in
I ro-
Armageddon?
I rolled tears 2 times in this movie. First one when he was watching
mom?
the mom thing, and the second one when he's like going through it, like trying to convince his kids, it's like,
Shit.
this is what you have to do, and it's like
Tugs at you.
I was like thinking about like if I was in that position.
sure,
Obviously,
you put
you know,
yourself
it's
in
like,
that
yeah,
position.
it's like I could put myself in that position. Not obviously like alien abduction
Sure.
or whatever, but like
As a
like
parent.
your kid is like the only way to save them is to like push them away and hope that they like fucking survive or whatever. It's like
the road.
that fucking yes.
Yeah.
That fucking ripped me.
Dude.
That ripped me
Yeah,
right there.
that's
And I
tough.
feel like Nic Cage did a great job right there, and the kid did a good job right there.
Sure.
Like that was a fucking heavy moment in the movie.
Dude, same thing. It's like when Bruce Willis, pushes Ben Affleck back in the tube, and he's like, "I got this," and he's like, "I love you, Harry." Like that tugged at me.
I didn't have. Anyway, yes, everybody has different emotions for reactions to everything, but
Anyway, all right. So, the kids go up into space. We get that. We get the ultimate disaster ending in this movie, and this
Yeah.
is what I hope for any ending of every movie that I've ever hated. Is like it just scrapes the whole world in fire and brimstone.
just restart.
It just this sucked, and like destroy it all.
Wait, you're saying that should be the end of all bad movies?
All movies that I hate, not
Solar
all bad
flare.
movies. Yeah, just a solar flare.
So like the end
that
of
scrapes
the end of
everything.
Twilight.
Yeah, everything.
Solar flare up.
Yeah, solar flare, the whole thing, the whole set. Anyway, and we think that this is the end of the movie, but it's not, because we're transported for one final scene where the kids are now, and I wrote Adam and Eve. And they are on the craziest CGI planet I've ever seen.
Like, I mean, tell me what you guys think. This scene kind of ruined the fucking ending
Yes.
for me. It ruined the ending because it was like, what's the point of the scene? And like you said, it's so CG or VR, like it's such a like artificial thing. And then it's like, I wrote down, they're running towards a tree. There's obviously no fruit or any food on this tree. We don't
Yeah.
see any water around anywhere. They're carrying rabbits.
Yeah.
Is the rabbit just like the source of food for them to eat until like
Yeah,
they fucking figure out the next thing?
I
Yeah,
think
did
the rabbits- I
rabbits,
think
could
the
the rabbits
rabbits-
hear the voice?
They gave him the rabbits as like little pets to
Yeah.
convince them to come with them.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to end up eating those rabbits
That's
because
right.
there is like there is just
No, that's the
noth-
tree
there-
of life. They're walking to the tree of life. And,
which does
I don't know, provides. It's like
Turn into the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's what it's,
so there's like one tree in a massive field of nothing
They're
else
gonna
because
go-
this was like
the
dead
ships
fucking
take off, man.
This is like dead wheat. The field they
They're
do
gonna
take off.
find
They
something.
take off, dude.
That's the other thing too. It's like, what is this fucking ship? It's like a butthole fucking prolapsing down to Earth to pick up these people and then fly off into space.
They
It's like,
probably come over that hill and it's like fucking dinosaur land or something. Like they just learn again.
It's terrifying.
it's like I don't know. Like the end just is so like
Panda land. I don't know what you want.
I hate how it's just like, is this a religious movie or is it not? Is it a sci-fi
They
movie?
gotta learn to fish again. It's
I mean,
fucking Adam
when
and
the
Eve.
aliens show their true selves, they have wings, right? So now I'm like, okay, so it is angels,
Right.
angels, aliens,
And they've
Ancient?
been communicating with them this whole entire time or whatever, or at least since 1959, I
right?
guess.
Yep.
Like,
and yeah, dude. And I'm
and
like,
was 1959 the first year that they started contacting people and being like, hey, the end of the world's going to be in 50 years?
Maybe. We don't know. They've been predicting
yeah,
that for years.
I struggled with that.
Anyway, so that is the conclusion, finally, of 2009's Knowing. Before we get out of here, we have a couple of segments. The first one that we're going to do today is Movie Marriage. That's where we somehow come up with two movies that you might have seen before that
Right.
will give you an idea of what knowing is like. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I've got the spoof movie called The Disaster Movie, which is like Scary Movie. Those guys made a movie
Okay.
called Disaster Movie.
The
And
Wayans brothers?
The Wayans brothers made a movie called Disaster Movie.
All right.
And Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Just because of the end.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it was very much that.
I've got the movie Signs.
yeah.
I saw M. Night Shyamalan do this whole fucking thing.
Right. Like Mel Gibson's character is kind
Without
of the
the
same.
twist, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it was a kind of a twist, but not a
No,
Shyamalan
it wasn't.
twist.
It
Right.
wasn't a hidden twist. It was in
It
your
was just
face
in
the
your
whole
face.
time.
Yeah, but yeah, like so Mel Gibson's character, he's a widower, and he has a whole turn of faith and this and that, and it's and I also have Mothman Prophecies because I feel like everything that character's kind of chasing a disaster that's upcoming also, and it's unpreventable.
I'm actually going to go two Mel Gibson movies.
Oh, Mad Max,
Can we
for,
guess? Yeah, I was like, can we guess?
Beyond Thunderdome.
No, that's not one of them. But I'm also going to go Signs.
Sweet.
Okay.
But then I'm going to go Conspiracy Theory.
Okay.
Because that is like another
Oh,
movie
yeah.
where it's like he has all these fucking wild
That's
ideas
true.
and
Yep.
they're all validated and they're all right.
That's true.
Even though he's like this fucking crazy person, like everything he thought was going on was validated.
Was going on.
That's
That is
true.
true.
All right.
I didn't say a movie in a long time.
So the
I mean, you
next
shouldn't.
Yeah.
the next thing before we rate this movie and get out of here is our segment called Taglines, where we take the original tagline from the movie that you can find like on the movie poster and we add our special spin to it. What juice box is the tagline that you can find for the movie Knowing? It has to be good.
So
Simple.
this is another one where it has multiple
Multiple?
taglines. So you guys, each
Only
want to
found
do one?
Sure.
Knowing is everything.
I thought you were just gonna say
That's
knowing.
It's in their title.
I
That's
thought
the
you were
worst.
just gonna say knowing.
That is the
Knowing.
worst tagline ever.
Knowing what happens when the numbers run out.
That's the one I found too. All right, hold on. Knowing, a superbly crafted thriller.
I want old boy to go first on this
None
one.
of those are fucking relevant.
No, they're
Well,
not.
I guess knowing is everything, maybe, but like the
We're-
numbers don't run out.
Yeah.
No.
We're about to bring you something which you should have read on that movie poster when going to see this movie.
Knowing when to fold them.
Why do you hate everything?
Shut it down.
I'm sorry, I can't help.
Knowing. Are you sick or something?
Knowing. It's got everything. 50s flashbacks, timelines, capsules, The Shining, Nic Cage, aliens, professional F-150 driving, death, the guy from Fight Club, aliens,
Billy Grills.
billet grills, knowing. Check out Knowing.
Long tagline, but I love it. Knowing. What if the stalker nut job was right?
Very true. Very, very true. All right, so let's get on to it and get out of here because, good God, this could be a record for the longest podcast for a Nic Cage movie we've ever recorded. Anyway, we are going to rate this movie. And
Raise your hand if you're still listening to this podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you.
No one raise their hand.
In order to decide an order, which is going to go in clockwork order, I'm going to roll this 3-sided die. Fuck. It landed on 1. So I get to go ahead and rate this.
All right, I'm a little tired, a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.
From all the shit that we've gone through lately and the movies that we have had to deal with, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed everything that was going on. I enjoyed the craziness of it, the disaster idea of it, the movie aspect of it. I know y'all hate subdued Nic Cage, but everybody else made this fun. The CGI made it fun. It was just fun. It was fun. Fuck it.
Okay.
No.
This movie.
No, hit it. Just hit it.
Oh, we already know. Keep the streak alive,
Okay,
bro.
man. All right.
Damn it. That is 8 in a row.
This movie just doesn't matter. The angel, no,
It matters.
No, because like the plane crash, some of that shit was like dope as hell, and I could almost go middle of the road because I was like, that shit. Like I sat up in my seat, like I was like, holy.
I rewinded
shit.
like multiple
Yeah.
times. In
I
that
was
part
like,
because I was just like, "Where's the cut? Oh, there's not one." Like,
dude,
and
it was solid. Like that.
It's a fucking solid scene.
The other actor that he's taught, the cop, was like his eyes got big and he took off. It was very.
And they
well
did
done.
like I don't know if I said it earlier, but like they rehearsed it for one whole day and then did like a whole day of takes. And the very last take that they had, like before like the daylight was done and they didn't have enough light to film anymore, was the take
was the
that
one
like made
it. Damn, that's cool.
Because they were also like, it's very funny like listening to like the commentary and kind of
Sure.
behind the scenes shit because everybody is like so like, what they say about Nic Cage is like,
Oh yeah,
it's like dancing around like something.
Something.
It's like that he is just the wild card.
Sure.
Like the scene where him and Rose Byrne, like where they're at the restaurant or whatever, and he tells her that like, hey, we met on purpose
Sure.
or whatever. They had rehearsed it apparently an entirely different way, and he came to the recording and did it completely different.
Oh, shit.
And she was just like trying to react like what he was doing.
sure.
And apparently that was like similar with that whole fucking like one
That
take thing.
scene?
Like
Oh,
he never
shit.
did the one take thing, maybe two times the same or whatever. Like
Oh shit.
anyway,
But
so
that-
it's just like that can either derail it or it also like I mean Rose Byrne was like it made the scene better. Like him fucking derailing what we had rehearsed.
Right, made her
it more
react.
real and made it like
Sure.
yeah, like she had
could
to
see
react
that.
in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
Which may not work for everything, but
Sure.
it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
but they also may have been just complimentary. So.
But that is interesting that you
Sorry.
can kind of tell they're dancing around something there.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna just say
All right, I'm a little tired, a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.
I'm very torn on this movie because, like, I could almost go up to the as many things as I did not like about this movie. I could almost go up to the highest rating, just because of like what this movie is and like what it's not trying to be anything like. It is what it is.
It made
you know what I'm
money.
saying? Yeah, and it is what it is. It's like a basic like fucking end of the world like prediction type of movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't think about it too much. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best movie ever, but I've seen it. I had seen it before we did this, and I watched it again 2 times for this, and I was fine like both times I watched it. You know, I can obviously point out a lot of things I have a problem with.
Sure.
But I can do that with every movie. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't mind watching this movie 2 times.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't bother me like it has with other movies.
There's some other movies that have been painful.
Yeah,
but,
and it wasn't my most favorite Nic Cage movie.
Sure.
I always prefer more like Nic Cage freakouts or like him being a little bit more of a wild card. I don't love like Nic Cage concerned face because I just like don't believe it. Like like the Seth face and like this face and like the Bangkok Dangerous face where he's like, realizing like, oh, maybe I'm a bad guy or whatever. Like it just it's not believable. But like there are several scenes in this movie that fucking hit me. Like the scenes with his kid, like several of them. So
he had a better haircut too.
Yeah.
He had a better
I don't
haircut.
know. I'm not going to go highest because I just don't feel like I can, but I almost could. You know what I'm saying? I'm like right in the middle
He's
there.
on the border.
Because it's like,
not
it's
even close to Old Boy.
It's not a great movie, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
All right, let's get into this real quick. I want to do this before we get out of here. The worst ratings on Rotten Tomato for the movie Knowing. I'm just going to pull one of the worst and one of the best.
Okay.
One of the worst
I like
ratings.
this.
This guy, Andrew R., said,
Oh, fuck him.
why on earth did Nicolas Cage allow himself to get involved in this ridiculous, badly conceived, badly directed, badly acted pile of nonsense? Dreadful, more holes in it than a cheese grater.
I mean, the sister was a terrible actor. The sister was the worst actor.
Yeah. And then Milan gives it her best rating. She said, Knowing is honestly...
Melania Trump?
No, just Milan. Knowing is honestly one of the most intense movies I've ever seen. The mystery with the numbers had me hooked from the start, and the disasters looked so real I couldn't blink. The ending, wow. Sad, but beautiful at the same time. Chandler Canterbury, the kid, was amazing. His acting felt so real, especially in those emotional scenes. Nicolas Cage nailed the dad role too. I loved how it mixed science with something bigger, like hope and destiny. If you like movies that will make you think and feel, this is it. 10 out of 10 would recommend to anyone who loves deep, eerie stories with a twist ending.
Am I too critical?
I could totally hear Melania Trump saying that.
Maybe. Anyway,
With just a Russian accent. Can you read it again with a Russian accent?
Nic Cage.
definitely not.
He's so good.
I hate all
Good
of you.
father figure.
Anyway, guys, we are going to be back each and every other week with Casting Cage episodes. Next up, we have a special surprise for you, hitting in at a whopping 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7 out of 10 on IMDb. We have Bad Lieutenant.
Oh,
we have all been excited
shit,
for
yes.
this. I've never seen it.
You need to call it the full name. Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant, Port of
New
Call,
Orleans.
New Orleans.
That
yes.
is
In
the title.
2009, it's a crime
It's like a
film.
fast pitch title.
It's a crime film directed by Werner Herzog, starring Nicolas Cage and
Holy shit, I did not realize that.
I did not know that, dude.
Terrence McDonough, a drug-addicted, corrupt police lieutenant in post-Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans. The film follows McDonough as he investigates a murder while his life spirals due to his addictions, gambling, and a relationship with a prostitute, featuring Herzog's signature surreal and unpredictable style, including hallucinatory sequences with iguanas and alligators.
Sweet.
It is not a remake of the 1992 film, but a separate story, though it shares the title due to studio requests.
That's awesome.
So this is the second McDonough?
Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
I may watch it tonight.
Yeah, we are back. I also love it because Eva Mendes is in it.
She's back.
She's back. She is back for a repeat. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to us this week on Casting Cage. You can find us each and every week, whether we're doing these or our Fast Pitch episodes. We will see you guys very, very, very soon. If you're out there and somebody brings up Nic Cage in a bar, in a restaurant, in your normal conversation, you just
Tell your mama no.
that Bucky's basement is here.